There's a bit of information going around online today about Nintendo testing new multiplayer servers with the Monster Hunter Rise demo. Let's talk about what's going on and what it could mean.
Dumo Plays!
Alright, I want to kick this off by saying that I am no expert on this topic and my knowledge is very limited. I know very little about online infrastructure, netcodes, and even how servers function. That said, this news sparked a big interest because I wanted to know what it meant for some of my favorite games. I started reading what I could about this current situation, and I just want to share what I found, so hopefully it saves time for some other people. I will have a whole bunch of links in the description to sources and interesting materials on the topic, so I suggest checking them out, as you may come away with a different understanding than I did. The article from Nintendo Everything was the first thing that was linked to me on the topic, and from there I was directed to Twitter, which led to some other interesting reading. Alright, so what's going on? Well, according to the tweet by Thomas, Nintendo is preparing a big multiplayer overhaul, probably for games developed in 2020. Every task currently taken by NEX is going to be switched over to NPLN. It is currently in a preview phase, and the Monster Hunter demo was a way to test how it worked under load. Let's quickly cover NEX. It is the old multiplayer server system used by Nintendo. From Twitter user Oatmeal Dome, it was created about 20 years ago by Quazzle and called Rendezvous. Ubisoft bought them out in 2010, and afterwards Nintendo licensed it and renamed it to NEX. Again, links in the description to the tweets. This one was correcting the Nintendo Life article just to make sure nothing was misleading. So basically what this all means is that Nintendo's been using NEX for about 10 years, and they're now switching over to a new system called NPLN. Nintendo is currently testing out the servers for NPLN, and they use the Monster Hunter Rise demo as the load test. Surrounding this, people have been talking about dedicated servers, and my understanding from what I found, this isn't dedicated servers at all. This is replacing the old servers that are currently being used for matchmaking. So say you're playing Splatoon and you want to play a game of Turf War. The game connects to NEX, which finds 7 other players for you to play with. It then, again to my understanding, selects a host console and sets up a peer-to-peer connection. Check out the link to Oatmeal Dome on this topic. If I remember correctly, you also did a write-up discussing Splatoon 2's ranking system, and that one was really interesting too. I haven't had time to find it. So again, to my understanding, typically games do not change their netcode very much after development, so I wouldn't expect any real changes here based on just switching over to NPLN. The main goal, at least to start, is likely going to be to get all the old games moved over without any issues. We probably won't even notice the change, maybe just a small patch one day. After everything's been moved over, they may be able to adjust or add new features, but don't hold your breath for the older games. So what is this going to mean for the immediate future? Well, currently people are expecting the end of online matchmaking servers for the Wii U and 3DS games, which are not very likely to be getting this update. This could happen at any time, but the time frame that I've been seeing people talk about is within the next 3 years. But again, we really have no idea at this point. Longer term, new games are going to come out native to NPLN, and Nintendo may add new features. This is probably also the cause of the friends list issue that cropped up with the Monster Hunter Rise demo, where having too many friends on your friends list would actually cause the game to stutter. Just a side note on that topic, the Monster Hunter team has confirmed that they know about the issue and that it will not exist in the final release of the game. Now for a little bit of speculation from me. When the Switch was launching and the NSO was announced, Reggie was in full marketing mode. He said that setting up dedicated servers was very expensive, which is true. We never got those dedicated servers, and it still doesn't look like we're going to, but who knows what Nintendo has planned for the future. I don't expect dedicated servers anytime soon, as in not during the Switch's lifetime, and I kind of doubt they're even going to change for the next generation. If this is a peer-to-peer matchmaking system, they are investing a lot of money into peer-to-peer, and I doubt they're going to be moving over to something like dedicated servers within the next decade after spending all this money. Another thing that Reggie was trying to sell us on was getting rid of this terrible friend code system. Sadly, it's a different server that handles the friend code system, so I doubt we're going to see any changes. The only way that I could see changes happening with this is if, for whatever reason, NEX was struggling with moving away from friend codes, and if NPLN didn't have that issue. I just don't see it, although I hope I'm very, very wrong, because I would love to see them go. It also means that I doubt we see a larger friends list. It doesn't matter to the vast majority of people, but from people like myself and other streamers, 300 fills up rather quickly, and, well, I'm a tiny channel. The last thing that I wanted to bring up from Reggie was this phone app that everyone loves to hate. To start, it's a fantastic app for Splatoon, and I absolutely love it. There's a lot of use cases for Splatoon. Never for the voice chat though. That's happening on Discord. Server invite in the description. When asked, devs have even laughed at the idea of using this app. Meanwhile, Nintendo has done very little with it, yet they refuse to let it go. I'm wondering if this thing was set up for NPLN, and NPLN was expected to be coming in 2017. Nintendo did delay NSO for a year, and what we got was a bare bones mess even after that. What if NPLN wasn't ready, and they just decided that they had to keep going with what they had, which was NEX for the time being? But with Nintendo fighting to keep this app, and just refusing to budge from it, what's so special about it? Sadly, I never thought of keeping the links to the old interviews with Reggie from back then, so unfortunately I have no sources to go on, and I just have to go from memory on this one. Luckily, I have a really weird memory, and things that spark an interest and are odd just tend to stick out to me in my mind, and they last for a long period of time. Back in 2017, Reggie was talking about the phone app setting up lobbies when you were away from your Switch. So, say you were leaving work, or leaving school, on a bus, about to drive home, whatever. Your friends decided that they wanted to play Splatoon tonight. They could set up a lobby and you could reserve a spot in the lobby on your way home. When you get back to your Switch, you could boot up the game and head straight into the lobby. Now say you're getting bored of Splatoon, decide you want to go play Smash. In between matches in Splatoon, one of you could set up a Smash room. After the game, you could all switch right over into the Smash lobby. Got bored of Smash? You know, because netcode is still rough. Someone specking grabs their phone and sets up a lobby for Monster Hunter, and right after the fight, you all switch right over into Rise. Clearly, this wouldn't be an instant thing, as games still need to load and, well, we don't all have everything digital. But this was the idea that Reggie was floating around to sell the app. I found this to be a really cool idea, and personally, I would love to have it. It would also make the app more appealing to use. Now, if only it had Discord integration. You know, like Discord offered after the Switch launched. Not going to happen on the Switch since they probably already have contracts, but who knows? It could manifest next generation, which, in my opinion, would be amazing. They wanted Unreal Engine 3 support on the Wii U, but timing didn't work out. They did, however, manage to turn around and get Unreal Engine 4 on the Switch. Maybe Discord can happen next generation. But I'm getting pretty off topic, so maybe I should just end right here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you happen to have any extra reading material on the topic, I would love to see it, so please share them. Links will probably be blocked at first, but I should be able to see them on my end, check them out, and allow them through. I would just love to learn more. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. And if you want more videos like this in the future, feel free to subscribe for more. I'll also be covering Monster Hunter Rise, Splatoon, and other various Nintendo IPs. If you want to be able to have a more real-time discussion with me, I'm pretty active on Discord, and an invite to the server is in the description. Until next time, give your pal Mute a pat on the head from me, and have a great day.